Mighty Yell invites you to an all-new adventure. A king gone missing, a realm in jeopardy, and a kingdom living in fear. You must save them, all from your grandmother's attic. Witness a world within a world, where every object holds a secret, and every memory is filled with magic. Guide Guinevere and save the land from darkness. None of us is ever prepared for the challenges ahead, but you might be. A Night in the Attic.
Hey guys, so welcome. This is a new game I've been testing recently called A Night in the Attic. It is available on SteamVR and also the Oculus Quest platform. So here we go. The first level is basically training. So I've run it in fast forward. So if you wonder why it's a bit speedy, that's why. It's running at 4 times normal speed. First thing to do is when you get into the attic is unpack the box, which then disappears, drop the playing piece onto the board, and this little panel here, this maze, is basically teaching you how to navigate the board, how to make things move. You use the left or right thumbstick in Quest, or you can pick up the board and tilt it. So as you can see, fireflies need to be found, captured in the jar, and the jar acts as a key to unlock gates and other things, which you will see soon. Zoom, run around the maze. Now, I will admit I've played this first level a couple of times, but probably the biggest and most important tip that I was given by members of the gaming community was explore off the beaten path. If it looks really obvious, it will get you through the main quest. But, you know, if you see something that might be a hidden path, check it out. There could be a little bonus, something hiding in there. Anyway, there you go. This is the end of your training level, or level 1. Use your notebook. It will update with hints for each level as you play. And, yep, there you go. See, it's found 2 out of 2 fireflies. There you go. See, fireflies unlock all sorts of things. No updates in the book at this stage. Now, here we go, level 2. Right. Now, something important to note is that the game likes to throw little obstacles at you. So, for example, here you've got blocks that impede your progress, and they are moving in the opposite direction to that which you travel. And that's an important clue inherent in those blocks. If you see blocks like that moving in a direction, go against the flow. Okay. Now, as you can see, you can rotate the board. You use the little trigger buttons on your left and right controllers. Left controller rotates it, I think it's anti-clockwise. Right controller rotates it clockwise, or it might be the other way around. I will admit, I'm sorry. It's been a couple of days since I recorded this. Oh, now you see that scroll? Scrolls are important. And you've got to go get them. Well, you don't have to, but that's part of the completion metric. Now, the scrolls are collectible, and they slowly feed you the story, the more traditional story of Arthur, Lancelot, Guinevere, Mordred, Lady of the Lake, Morgan le Fay, and all of those characters from the standard Arthurian mythos. If you aren't, you know, fully up with the original myth, these scrolls help teach you a bit. And they are collectible. They go into those cubbies. Kind of. Get out. So So they do go in order, and for some reason that first slot never has a scroll in it. Yeah, anyway, there we go. Now, navigation is important. If you tilt the board at the wrong moment, you will fall off your chosen path. The thumb controllers control movement in orientation from your point of view. So if you're pushing forward or pushing up, your character goes up. But if you rotate the board, the character still goes up or away from you in relation to you. So it can get a little bit awkward. If you rotate the board at the wrong moment, you'll fall off an edge. Thankfully, if you fall off in a place that allows you to continue the journey from an earlier point in the path, you just have to go through that path again. If you do something stupid and fall off the board into the water and drown your little character, she just pops back. Okay. Capture the firefly and grab Gwynny. Doink. And there we go. As you can see, 2 fireflies found and a scroll. So that level is complete. Pop it away, close the drawer, open the drawer. Number on the drawer matches number on the jar. So whiz, 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 buzz, 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 ka-ding, unlocked. Oops, grabbed the wrong one. For some reason, when I put that one away, it didn't get rid of the floating banner. So, and once you have started a level, the drawers lock. So, oh well, complete the level and away we go. Now, the board will reveal objects that remain persistent when you remove them from the board. For example, that handle. This is kind of like Jumanji, but in a much more interactive way than the movie, obviously. Nowhere near as interactive as the movie's plot. But these extra gadgets and things you will find throughout, they are important. Now, for example, here, you've got 2 gadgets that interact with each other and the board. So you've got the handle, you've got the windmill, you stick the handle on the windmill and generate wind to move the sailboat. Putting it in line with the docking platform for Guinevere to climb back up the ramp. Now, you could lower that platform, but why bother? You can just fall off the edge and you're still fine. You don't take impact damage in this game. Your character cannot die. Look at that, see? Now, the very observant amongst you may notice that the board itself changes size and shape throughout the game. Ah, the log locks. Rolling logs that block your pathway. No, you can't pick her up. You've got to get a bit crafty and timing because the log moves slower than you do. If you time it right, I got jammed there, got stuck, and there we go. Now there's another really even trickier log lock coming up. I'm not going to show you that. I'll leave that for you to figure out. But here's another persistent artifact. Artifact, that was the word I was looking for before. Now here's the fun bit. Grab the board. Fill the jug from the fountain. The game developers say in their blurb that it makes you think outside of the box, and it sure does. Now, this was just me checking to see if I could create a water wheel, but no, alas. And since I don't have 3 hands, I can't grab the windmill and the board and the handle and try and make it all work. Oop. Now, because the tip of the fountain has fallen off the board, there we go, I had to bring it back into view for it to release water into the jug. Level of the lake wasn't quite high enough, but there's now far more water and the lake doesn't flood over. Yeah. So because I missed, you see the scroll? I missed the scroll on level 2. You get to go back and redo the levels if you want. So I'm going to speed this up. Because a lot of the level is exactly the same as the first time I did it. And seeing as I didn't show you this level earlier, if you're very observant, you get to see the pathway to the various things. But I'm mean, so I'm going to rotate the board and go down a few dead ends and wiggle my point of view around a bit just to try and throw you off kilter. And because I don't want to give the game away, of course. What would be the fun in that? Well, the fun for you anyway. Zip zap zip zap zip zap zip. Oh, I forgot how long this took. Even at 4 times normal speed, it's a bit of a zoomy. Whiz. Rotate the board to help line up because I fell off, and there we go. Whiz. Oh, those little things that light up as you go over them, they are basically checkpoints or your save points. So if at any stage you are lost and you want to restart from a known point, you just pick Gwynny up and it will automatically zoom the view back to the last successfully triggered save point. You just drop her down and continue on from there. Whee! Handle. Now, if the handle doesn't come free, just leave the artifact floating in midair for a second and they separate. I meant to put it down on top of the bench, but I accidentally reconnected it to the windmill. Unlock the gate. Because the first time I went through here, I couldn't find the I couldn't find the scroll. Going back, I'm now exploring all the potential paths that I overlooked the first time around. Oh, now here's a good bit. I fell off there because I hadn't retracted that wall after winding it out to get past it. So sometimes when you find an obstacle, once you've through it, you've got to reset it back to being an obstacle so that it doesn't create a barrier or obstacle later in the path. Anyway, this is pretty much over. This is as far as I'm going to go with showing you the game. Thanks, guys. I'd like to thank Bandicam for supplying me with a copy of their screen recorder software. It's a very multifunctional package, and you really should check it out if you do any online content, especially screen recording. It has a lot of excellent features, and it's incredibly powerful. Full details on the website, but you can download it through this link here. Thanks for watching, folks. I really appreciate your support. Please hit that thumbs up like button and show me what you do and don't like. Give me a comment. Tell me what you do and don't like so I can do better, and share it with your mates so they can give their feedback as well. Hitting that subscribe button will help me make this channel into something really worthwhile. This game is going to be featured in the May issue of Say What magazine, which is free to download from the website from the 1st of every month. I also want to give a big shout out to the Patron Pack, the people who make all of this possible. Thank you to Jeremy, Alex, Michelle M, Shelley, Kathleen, Miriam, and Michelle H. Why not join the Patron Pack? For as little as $2 per month, you'll get your name in every video, in every issue, and there's access to perks and merch. check it out, saywhat.nz/Patreon, or just go to the website and hit that orange patron button up there in the left. Awesome. Have a great time, guys, and thank you again.